Namaste and welcome. Today we are going to go through a few postpartum healing stretches. I know for me in my early days of postpartum, I was tired most of the time. So these poses are here to open up your body, to release stress and tension that builds up in the head, neck, and shoulders from holding your newborn, and hopefully give you a little bit more energy that you need to make it through your day. Let's go ahead and begin by coming into a comfortable seat. You can sit up on a blanket or on a bolster if you like. Go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long sigh out through your mouth. Relax the face, the jaw, your eyes, and your shoulders. And lower your right ear over to your right shoulder and just start to rock your head from side to side, bringing your ear to your shoulder. And then drawing the chin in and rocking your head to the other side. And you might choose to pause at certain places and take a breath there. Noticing if the exhale can lengthen and release any stress that has accumulated there. And if it feels good to do some big circles with your head, you can explore that as well. And then eventually these circles might start to move down into your chest and into your shoulders as you start to kind of barrel roll your chest and move it around in the trunk of your torso. And then eventually drawing your chest over one knee and then towards the other and rounding your chest back. And just kind of moving into a space, a place of exploration as you feel into those pockets of tension and call upon your breath to release and let go. And you can allow these movements to be as big and expressive as they need, or as small and subtle as they're asking for. All right. And after a few rounds and rocks and circles up and down your spine, root your sitting bones down into the ground, and go ahead and give your belly a nice big hug by wrapping your forearms over your belly and drawing your chin in towards your chest. And as you give yourself this nice big hug, bowing into the miracle that has just taken place within you. Your belly has expanded and grown a human being and given birth to that human being, only to return into a place, into the space of belonging to you once more. And for so many of us, this journey of postpartum is one of reintegration, of remembering who we were pre-pregnancy and who we have become after birth. The role of mother is not an easy one, so really choosing to be gentle with yourself, both here on the mat and every step, every day forward. And take a deep breath in and a long sigh out. And then allow your palms to brush across your belly. Reach your hands up towards the sky. Go ahead and bring your fingers in. Keep your thumbs out and then lift and lengthen across your chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, push the breath out and draw the navel center in. Deep breath in. Long, forcible exhale out. And draw the navel center in. And do that a few more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push the breath out and draw the navel center in. Last time. Exhale. And as you draw the navel center in, lift up through the lower back, through the sides of your waist. Lower your right hand down to the floor and then lean on over to the right as you stretch. Come back up to center. Lower your left hand down and lean on over to the left. And then come back up to center. And come onto your hands and to your knees so you're in tabletop pose. Moving into cat-cow. As you inhale, draw your chest forward. And then as you exhale, press into your hands and draw the tailbone in to round your upper back. And you can just move through the spinal fluctuations of cat and cow if that is what feels best in your body, or you kind of do those barrel rolls into your chest again as you explore. You can even pull your hips back over your heels and then kind of massage your way into your hips and into your wrists. And then come to a neutral position. Walk your left hand forward a bit and slide your right arm underneath your left shoulder as you lower your right shoulder and ear to the floor, and you can reach your left arm forward if that feels good. Lower your left hand down, come back up into all fours and switch. Step your right hand forward a little bit, slide your left arm underneath your right shoulder, and then drop the left shoulder and ear down. Maybe walk your right hand forward a little bit. Nice, gentle, passive twist. And then come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips into the sky for downward facing dog pose. And step your feet wide if that feels good, or you can pedal out your legs. Walk your hands back towards your feet and come into a forward fold, bending your knees as much as you need as you maybe grab opposite elbows and let your head lengthen towards the mat. And if your chest has met your thighs, you can even wrap your arms behind your legs. Continuing to give yourself those big bear hugs. And then lower your hands to the floor. Walk your hands back out into downward facing dog pose. And shift forward into plank pose. And you can lower your knees down to the mat. Go ahead and lower your forearms down to the floor and then lower your hips. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your elbows. Your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders are in one line, and then pull your heart out towards the sky. And if your neck is still a little tight, you can do some figure eights, kind of move the head around. Maybe bend your right knee, reach back and catch your right foot, and then stretch your quad a little bit. Try to keep the right knee, drawing in so it's not opening too far open to the right. And take one more breath. And then release and switch. Bend your left knee, catch your left foot. And draw that heel in towards the glute. As you release the psoas and stretch the quad. And take one more breath. And then slowly release the foot. Open up your right arm and lower your chest onto the mat. Take your left hand by your lower left ribs and then roll onto your right shoulder, and you'll come into a nice shoulder stretch as you step your left foot back behind. And then slowly switch sides, roll back onto your belly, open your left arm to the left, bend your right knee and roll onto your left shoulder, keeping your right hand rooted onto the floor. Taking those deep, nourishing breaths into your body. And then slowly roll back onto your belly. Come back up onto your forearms. And bend your right knee. Bring your right knee up next to your right hip and flex your ankle. Lift your right elbow up off the floor. Thread your left arm underneath your right shoulder. And then roll onto your back as you come into a twist, taking your left hand to the outer right thigh and opening your right arm. Your right shoulder might not hit the floor because the right knee is touching the mat, and that's okay. Just a little different twist. Two more deep breaths. And slowly come back onto your belly and onto your forearms. Switching sides. Draw the left knee up so that the left knee is next to the right hip or your left hip. Mommy brain is a real thing. Lift your left elbow up off the floor. Thread your right arm underneath your left shoulder and roll onto your back. Taking your right hand to the outer left thigh and just letting the body sink down into the floor. And in this moment, not feeling a need to do anything, but just to be here in this moment right now with your body, giving it the breath and the nourishment that it needs to thrive. To thrive not only for your well-being, but for the well-being of those around you. Knowing that our lives are best served when we take time to fill up our own cups, to fill up our cup with the things that we need to feel well nourished and balanced and whole. Perhaps even repeating the words, I am worthy of this time. I am worthy of this time to be here with my body right now, taking care of my emotional, physical, and mental well-being. And take one more breath. And slowly roll back onto your belly, coming back up onto your forearms. Lower your chest down to the floor, slide your hands back, and then lift yourself up and back into a child's pose. As you connect your forehead to the floor, it also opens up the intuition, the space between your eyebrows. And this is the portal to your inner knowing, to those motherly instincts that are growing each and every day. It also connects you to your baby. Even after your baby is born, there is this inner knowing of what he or she needs. Opening up this space and becoming receptive to that innate wisdom that is within you and within you only. Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, clearing all doubt away. And then slowly roll yourself up into a seat. Bring your knees, hips within distance. Come and stand up on your knees as you tuck your toes. Take your right hand to your right heel and reach your left arm to the sky as you stretch your side body. And then melt your hips back. Grab your left heel with your left hand and then reach your right arm to the sky and stretch. And you'll just kind of dance your camel a little bit, opening up the side and the upper back. And if it feels good to grab both heels and lift your heart to the sky, you could do that as well. Try not to sink into the lower back. Lift your heart higher. And then come up and lower back down onto your heels. Good. So we are going to set up for Viparita Karani. I recommend bringing yourself to a wall here. And if you have a bolster or a blanket or even just a pillow, that will work. You're going to fold that blanket up so it looks like so. You'll take your hips over to the wall. And then you can either bring this here now or later. It's totally up to you. And you'll roll onto your back. Slide your feet up the wall. And bring that bolster, that blanket, or the pillow underneath your hips so that your lower back is comfortable. Open your arms to the side, and your hips don't have to be right up next to the wall. If your hamstrings are feeling a little tight, then you'll just back your hips up a little bit. And this pose, Viparita Karani, is so good for shifting into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and relaxation response. Also known as your rest and digest mode. It'll also help to reduce any swelling around your ankles and your knees. It's even known to help boost your immune system as it sends fresh oxygenated blood throughout your entire body. Even though we aren't doing anything, there's so much that is taking place within you right now. Sometimes it is nice to just bear witness to the miracle that is your body, to the intricacies and the complexities that are within you. As we shift into a state of receptivity and allowing the miracle to unfold. And take one more breath. And gently start to wiggle your toes. Bending your knees, roll over to one side. And ever so slowly press yourself up to seated. And then come to sit, perhaps with your back against the wall, on top of that bolster or that blanket. Allow your eyes to close. And your palms can face up or down on your knees as your eyes close. And once again, just folding your hands over your belly and dropping your chin in towards your chest. And then you can release that. And perhaps your palms come up to face the sky, the thumb and forefinger come to meet. You might feel as though you're opening the moonroof to your mind and allowing this white light to pour down through the crown of your head and to fill your body with this restorative light. This light that illuminates and nourishes your cells, that gives you the energy and vitality that you need to make it through your day. As you repeat the phrases, I am calm, I am capable, I am calm. I am capable. I am confident. I am connected. I am confident. I am connected. And allow these qualities of calm, the feeling of being capable, an inner confidence, and a connection to your heart and intuition that is unbreakable. Allow your palms to fold over your heart as you bow your chin into your chest, thanking your body for all that it does for you, for the nourishment that it provides your newborn, this new little being of light, to your body for all that it is capable of doing, and to your inner guide and to your inner compass for always knowing the way, trusting in our intuition. Thank you so much for joining me here on the mat. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Namaste.